Arsonists torched the city library in Mexia, leaving the community there devastated. But there is hope. Tonight, 25 News correspondent Ann Harder shows us how everyone is pulling together to recover.
Yeah.
7-year-old Jasmine Escamilla talks about the Mexia library the way some kids talk about Disney World.
Sometimes my mom brings books of Pete the Cat or something else. You see that Pete the Cat behind you?
Pete the Cat. Oh man, and his magic sunglasses. How fun is that?
Yeah.
Pete the Cat and other characters come alive for this first grader and other children in Mexia.
When we have books or movies, we return them and then we get some new ones.
Jasmine's mother makes sure she gets to the library often.
Yeah, she loves the new place. Yeah, she likes the books also in here.
The new place. New because investigators say an arsonist tried to take this world, this little escape, away from the town about 1.5 years ago. City manager Eric Garrity remembers it as if it happened yesterday.
It's 4 in the morning and I was sound asleep and the cell phone rings and it's the fire chief. And he says the library's on fire. As a city manager, that's a phone call you don't want to get.
How does a library catch fire? Who would want to burn down a library? Questions like that made this loss a hard one to take.
One of the images that will always stay with me. I'll get through this. The librarian sitting on a bench outside the library with her head down saying, "What are we going to do? What are we going to do?"
A library in a community the size of Mexia is so important. And there's no doubt that there were a lot of tears shed that night. The librarian sitting crying on this bench as it burned in the early morning hours.
It just broke my heart. There's nothing I could do. I wanted to get in here and help. I wanted to save what I could save. Fire is definitely not good for books. Fire was gone, but then all the water. Water is not good for books either.
The burned books smoldered for days. The senseless destruction of a library was like a dagger to the heart of a city like Mexia. But today we see the resilience of a community that came together in remarkable ways. And today the Gibbs Memorial Library is a shining example of that heart and spirit.
We got a motion designating the Gibbs Memorial Library fire a public calamity.
We opened up in a small office at City Hall, and people were even then, "Can we give you donations? It's giving me goosebumps just talking about it."
2 Mexia businessmen donated the use of a downtown building, kickstarting the recovery.
This library staff in the community, literally within about a month, we had shelves up, we had books, we had a temporary library. This fire was not going to stop any of them from serving our community.
People, businesses, other libraries from around Texas and around the country came to the rescue.
On their own dime, they mailed us books, and it gives you a wonderful feeling that the library group as a whole is like family.
This is where the majority of the fire was.
The city put library repairs on a fast track, and about 9 months later,
We got the keys to the facility in July of 2020, but we had a big grand reopening on November 4th. Ever since then, the library has been up and running.
neighbors helping neighbors. With the crisis firmly in the past, people here can even find a little humor in what they've been through, a running joke with librarians.
"Oh, you have any new books?" We have all new books.
All new books, all new computers, all new multimedia for families who depend on this media center.
Residents we serve cover the entire socioeconomic spectrum. The library is absolutely critical.
To folks like little Jasmine's family and to others.
Technology is important for the kids and the parents.
Especially in these days of social distancing and remote learning.
I gotta do school on my house. There's no Wi-Fi in my house, so we come here to do school things. I like the library.
And as they've shown, so does the rest of Mexia.